Hi. So I did just make a video on this, but it was really long and I sounded stupid, so I thought I'd try and redo it. And see, 10 seconds gone and I'm already rambling. But yeah, basically, this is a video on what to expect from a camhs assessment or your first camhs appointment. Yeah, I'm going to say a lot because I don't know what I'm going to say. Anyway, before I went to camhs, I googled things like what to expect at camhs or camhs assessments, and there was not much at all. Like, there was nothing, I don't think. And that was scary because I don't like the unknown anyway. And I was stressing out at this point because I found out the night before I went to camhs that I was going to camhs. So yeah, that was stressful for me, and it made me even more scared and angry and annoyed with everyone, and just made me not want to cooperate. So I thought this may help some of you if you haven't been to camhs before and you are aware that you're going to go and you want to know what to expect. So we got to my camhs, which for me is attached to the local hospital. I think most of them are attached to a hospital rather than just being on their own as a centre. But yeah, we went to my camhs and we went into the reception and we told them my name, and they said a lady was going to be meeting with us, and they told us to wait in the big comfy chairs with the signs that have been up for 2 years and that are still there. And they gave us some questionnaires. They don't give them to everyone, but obviously if you're going for an assessment, they do give you questionnaires to fill out to find out a little bit about you. That I think they look at after the assessment, to be honest, because I don't think the lady would have had a chance to read them before we went in there. But yeah, my mum got one and I got one, and they were just things like, how does your issue affect you? Does it affect you often, sometimes, or never? Or does this affect your friendships? Often, sometimes, or never? Yeah. Do you feel it is a problem? Type of things like that. And my mum did one obviously too for me, but it was obviously for your child, or how do you think it affects your child's life and things like that. I'm not too sure. I didn't read it. It was my mum who read it and who filled it out. So yeah, we filled those out. And then the lady came out. I'm going to call her Jenny. Jenny came out and collected us and took us into this room. And it was me, Jenny, and my mum. Her name's not really Jenny. This is just a false name because I don't want to say her name. But Jenny has a very, very special place in my heart. I say that so sarcastically. Anyway, so I went into this room with Jenny, and she asked me a few things about what I thought my issues were, what I thought they could do to help me, what happened in my life up until this point. So my parents got divorced, things like that. Had I lost anyone recently? Did I think I had a problem? Things like that, really. I can't... What else? Yeah, just things like that. So it's just questions, how it affects you. Do you think it's a problem? Why do you think you've been brought here? Things like that. So for me, it was my anxiety, my self-harming, and my not eating enough. Yeah. So it was all like, so what do you think you need the most help with? What do you think would be the one thing you'd want to pinpoint? Which, to be honest, kind of annoys me because surely they should have been tackling all the things I was struggling with and not just one. But I guess they have to figure out what's the most danger to you at the moment. Because if you have OCD but you have anorexia and you're at a really low weight, there's no point putting you in therapy for your OCD when you could collapse at any moment because you're not eating enough and you're like underweight and stuff. But yeah. Then they asked my mum questions about what she felt the issues were. So like, say I didn't say something, so say I lied about something, she'd then chat with my mum, and then my mum would be like, well no, because she isn't eating that much, she's eating this, blah 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 blah. Because there's no point lying in these things, because they're going to find out anyway. Then they asked about my family history. So whether anyone in my family had any eating disorders, anyone in my family ever had suicidal thoughts, anyone in my family had died from mental illness, just to find out a bit whether it runs in the family, to be honest, because I think it can actually be really effective in treating you if they know that, say, your brother has anxiety and you have anxiety too, or that there's like depression in your family or something like that. So yeah, they do that, and then at the end of the session, for me, because mine was also focused on eating, they weighed me and did my height, and they did blood pressure and pulse. I don't know if they did this for everyone, but they did it for me. I'm pretty sure they did it for my friend as well, and she didn't go for eating disorder. I think they just had to have it on their books anyway, just in case. But I'm not too sure, so please don't hold me to that. Then they said they would get back to us. So we then left. And then they send you a letter in the post of an overview of like the appointment, because I think that Jenny had like a little dictaphone, so I don't know how she remembered all of it. I mean, she didn't remember it anyway, which is one of the reasons I got really pissed off at the end of like the appointment, because she sent this letter and it made it sound like I was a really stroppy teenager, because at the end of my appointment I screamed and had a meltdown and kind of swore a lot and stormed out of the camhs building. But anyway, didn't forget that. They wrote it really weirdly in the letter, like as if I was a naughty kid, and it made me really annoyed because I was already being treated like a child at this point. And then I think they offered me 6 sessions of CBT, and I'll probably do another video on that maybe, I'm not too sure. They offered me 6 sessions of CBT with this Jenny, but then for me, I ended up changing my treatment plan anyway because my weight got too bad and my mental health was obviously in a lot more danger than they previously thought, which kind of annoys me because surely you should be put with a psychiatrist at first anyway, because any problem is a problem that could get worse. But yeah, that was just a little quick video. I say quick, that was 7 minutes of me rambling yet again, and I tried to redo it. I did try. Yeah, of what to expect at your first camhs appointment / assessment. Please remember, they're only asking questions so they can figure out how to help you. It probably won't be that bad, and please don't try and lie, because it's not going to help you in the long run, and it's just going to end up making things worse if you go and say you're all fine and everything's fine and dandy, because you deserve the help and you deserve recovery. So yeah, do not be scared. It will be fine. Do not worry. Love yours. Bye guys.